Hey guys, what's going on? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Brittany, and today I wanted to share with you what I thrifted this week and how I styled it or how I plan on styling it. Having a vision when it comes to thrifting is so important. Otherwise, you end up, one, feeling overwhelmed, and two, buying things that maybe you're seeing somebody, talk about online or something go viral, and then you don't know what to do with it when you get home. I think being able to have a vision when you see something at the thrift store is really what's gonna make you hone in on your style and then go towards the items that you will personally like to style in your home. That's made all the difference with me. When I first got into antiquing and thrifting, I was buying all of the viral things, the things that people said. And don't get me wrong, I still do some of that stuff, like I get inspired. But I think when I started to finally understand, like, oh, I actually like that. I like that texture. I like that color. That goes well in my house. That's when going to the thrift store or the antique store or searching on Facebook Marketplace got easier for me, because my eyes naturally go towards what I like, and I'm actually buying things that I want to put out. I'm not just buying things because the internet is talking about it and I feel that like influence pressure of I need it, I see it. I'm buying the things that I like. So that's like my biggest tip, and that's what I do when I thrift. I feel like people ask me that a lot, like, how do you find the pieces? How do you like see the vision? It's more about understanding your style, and then it just comes to you. Like, I will look at this vase. Well, it's technically a silver-plated water pitcher, but I will look at that when thrifting and it will be tarnished or it'll be broken or whatever it is. And like somehow I'm just able to vision what it's going to look like in my house and what I want to do with it, because I know my style. So once you hone in on your style and what you like, and you can do that by like looking around your house and seeing the things that you put out. Look at your textures that you like, look at the color palettes, make a mood board, all of that helps. So I thought I'd share with you what I purchased this week thrifting and how I am styling them or plan to style them, because some of these are like Christmas and all my Christmas stuff is still away, so I can't really show you. Maybe I'll have like AI put up like make a picture so I could show you what I envision. By the way, I have no makeup on. Like, I just couldn't be bothered today because it's not about my face, it's about the things I purchased. But maybe I'll have AI create a picture so you guys can kind of see what I'm going for. But yeah, I wanted to kind of show you the things that I purchased this week or I thrifted this week and how I'm styling them. Okay, I've got to get up for the first one. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to turn the camera so you guys can see how it's styled. So this is the first piece I thrifted. It is this beautiful silver plated water pitcher. It's from Leonard, and she was banged up, okay? Like her bottom, like underside is dented, and that was the first thing I noticed. And then the handle was like re-glued on. So I was like, okay, that's not gonna be a water pitcher. And at first I thought that would be a really pretty, watering can. But then I looked at like the lip of it and it wouldn't really work to water most of the plants that I have. So then I was like, you know what? That would be a stunning floral arrangement. And that's what I did. All of the white flowers in there, except for the two tall gladiolas, are a Costco, like $14.99 flower purchase, great price. And I just rearranged them. This is like the style I like when it comes to floral arrangements. And this is exactly what I saw when I saw the silver plated water pitcher. I was like, this needs a flower moment. Like, it's gonna be absolutely perfect. And she reminded me of Miss Potts from Beauty and the Beast, which was my favorite Disney movie when I was little. So I just love that. I love using vintage items in a different way, not the way that they were meant to be, used. So the gladiolas in the back, those were from Trader Joe's. Those were $4.99. And then I had some eucalyptus that I threw in there, and that was it. So That is probably my favorite purchase of the week, and it was $6.99. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I say that in like every video I do. Look beyond the initial purpose when you're thrifting and think about how you can repurpose things. That really helps me when I really like a piece and I'm like, oh, but what would I do with that? Like re-envisioning it and repurposing it works really well. The next thing I purchased was this fairy light. She was $6.99 for both pieces. If you've ever thrifted a fairy light, I have 3 of them. This is my 4th. The other 3 are all the same like globe Homeco style. This is a vintage, I think it's called Westmoreland fairy light. They always sell them in 2 pieces at the thrift store. So be careful like when you grab them because the top will fall out if you see one of these and you want to grab it. This is one of those viral products that I would say like pick them up. Any lighting like this is just beautiful at night, lit up. They look so cute. And like if you want to do like an at-home date night with this, like lighting your little fairy lights around your dining table is beautiful. I have this vision of doing an outdoor like al fresco party and having like all of my vintage candles lit. Like I think that will be so pretty. It's like been on my bucket list for years and I'm gonna do it one day. I just have to got to plan it and somehow get people to come over because that's hard. These are so pretty and they're so viral and you will often only find a top or only find a bottom. So do a little research on fairy lights, but this is really one that I would say get it. And it's like so trending on the internet right now. I don't know why everyone wants fairy lights, but I do know why. They're gorgeous. That's why. They're beautiful and they come in all different styles. So I have a little tea light in there. I will light this at night so you guys can see the light. You can use it in so many ways. It just adds a little like romance to your evening. I really like them and they look really cute stacked on books as well as like display. So that was a really good find. These are vintage Levi's. I am a huge, they're too big. They're always too big in my waist and they're always too big on the bottom, but one day I'm gonna get them all taken in. So like imagine if that was taken in. These are vintage Levi 505s. Anytime I find vintage Levi's at the thrift store that like will fit me, I get them. I am a vintage Levi's addict. I hate jeans, fun fact, like hate them, except for when it comes to vintage Levi's and Zara jeans. Actually, I do like Zara jeans for some reason, some pairs of their jeans, but anytime I can get vintage Levi's, I do. They're so comfortable and they're men's. So like they're bigger in like, you know, the like butt and well, not always in the butt area, but like in the thigh area. And I need that. So I really love them. So I thrifted these as well for $21. And I think I used the coupon. So they were like 17 because at Savers, if you donate, which I always am donating something, you get a 20% off coupon, which is awesome. Another, like you guys know probably from watching my shorts, if you watch them, I have like a candle addiction. I picked this guy up. Let me lean back a little bit and it moves. I want to get like some Brasso and I don't know if I need to put like WD-40 on the hinges, but my idea for this is around Christmas time. I want to put that in the middle. I host Christmas and Thanksgiving, so I want to put that in the middle of my dining room table with like wreaths kind of around it and like maybe little like ceramic Christmas trees and then white pillar candles, and I want to light them and I think it will be so pretty. I don't know if this is a reproduction, but like when I reverse Google imaged it, it says it's a mid-century modern, what's the word? Candelabra. And like, I don't know why those are selling online for like $250, $300, but they are, which is crazy. But I never thrift to resell because I don't know if they're gonna resell, you know what I mean? And I know there's definitely a market for that if that was something you were interested in. I just don't know what that market looks like. So anyway, I think that was, yeah, it was $6.99. I think it's gonna just add a lot of like fun kind of whimsy. So I'll have ChatGPT work something up for that so you guys can see what it looks like and what my idea is on like my table. I'll take a picture of my table and tell it what I want it to look like with the things that I have in storage to kind of give you guys ideas if you were like wanting to do the same. Because let me tell you, Christmas decor, I'm sure you all know, gets so expensive. Thrifting, like there's something about Christmas where like the vintage, like old school just like calls to me. I think it's kind of like nostalgic for all of that. So adding like vintage pieces like that just kind of adds to like the Christmas vibes. And I like doing that. I love brass with greenery anyway. So I really like that purchase as well. And I can use it year round. I could put that out on a tablescape on my dining room any day I want. That would look beautiful on a fireplace. If you had like a big fireplace, it would look pretty on a big dresser. There's tons of ways to style that. Okay, next up, this was like $2.49. It was so cheap. It is not vintage. I'm pretty sure this is from Hobby Lobby, but I really liked the texture and the color, and it's the perfect thing to stack on top of books. And I've been looking for things to stack on top of books, like for the nightstands. I have my soul dog who passed away, George, who's in the picture with the flowers. I have two of his balls next to my bed, his two favorite like little toys that he used to play with. I put them in display cases for baseballs, and I keep those next to my nightstand on either side, and those will always be there. But I want to stack things on books, and this is the perfect thing to stack on books. And I could get some like really kind of organic wild flowers or baby's breath or something like that to put in here, like dried flowers, so they can stay around and you don't have to change them out. This is like the perfect addition. So anytime you see like little styling pieces like this, even if it's not vintage, this is just, I'm giving it a new life, and I'm going to style it in my home even though it's not vintage. So I really like this one, and for $2.50 it was great. And I think with my coupon, it probably went down to like $175. This one was a really good find too. So I have another piece just like this that's flat, but somebody obviously used this as a potpourri holder, because when I bought it, like I opened it and I was like, whoa, potpourri. You could, even with me like cleaning it, I can still kind of smell the potpourri. But again, this is just a beautiful piece. I think it's technically maybe for like jewelry or something like that, but I mean, anything can go in here. You can put like jewelry in here. Again, like if you wanted to display like a dog toy for like one of your late dogs, you could do that in something like this with a little like, you know, like circle thing for it to sit in on the bottom. That would be really cute for my decor, like versus the baseball thing, actually, if I ever thrift another one of these. So I'm gonna have to make a mental note of that. But I really like the patina on the brass, and it just, you can go a number of ways. This could sit empty in again, on a stack of books and look beautiful. So I know I want to stack it on books, and the thought of finding another one of these and displaying George's balls in these instead, I really do kind of like that. So maybe I'll have to be on the hunt. But yeah, like anything with ball feet like that, I'm a sucker for it. Anything with claw feet or little ball feet, like if I see it, I'm buying it, and I'm finding a place for it to sit in my home. So I really like this. Okay, next up is this guy. How stunning is this? I'm pretty sure this is handmade pottery. However, it doesn't have a maker or like a signature or maker's mark, whatever, on the bottom. So I have no idea where this came from, but you can see how big it is. And I want to style this on a table with white hydrangeas. Like this just calls to me for white hydrangeas. So I would love to put fresh hydrangeas in here, but those are out of season. So I'll probably have to get faux. But yeah, like I just think this is so pretty, and I love the color. It's gonna add warmth and richness to any room. So, and it's a really, really good size and a really, really good shape. So I think this was like maybe $5 or something like that, 1000% worth it. I would pick these up any day of the week. You can also just like style it on a shelf empty if you wanted to. So yeah, I love it. Okay, the next few pieces have a lot of texture. I guess that's what I'm getting at. So the first piece is this plate. It's from an artist that's on the bottom. Hold on, let me grab her name. Valerie Wengert. And I'm pretty sure she's in France. Like, I just think that's so cool that this probably came from France. The texture is just, I love it. It just adds character to the space. I didn't love the little like hand here on the bottom. So I knew I wanted to display this with like my sage, and I always have these out. Again, it just adds texture to any room. So I have them all stacked up like this, and I just kind of turn it to not like see that hand piece. And I just think it's perfect, and it sits on my sunroom coffee table, and it's pretty. It's just really pretty to look at. Adding like different texture, I think, into your rooms is what gives a room interest. You don't want like the same texture and the same colors on like whatever you're styling. You want different texture, different colors, different heights. That's what brings interest. So I was really happy when I found this, and I think it was like $5.99, something like that. Similarly, I found this little plate, which obviously, like, again, this doesn't have any maker's mark or anything like that, but I really liked the patina around the edges of this plate. And I knew I wanted to have Palo Santo displayed in it with a little bit of sand. Put this on a stack of books, put it on a tablescape, just something to add a little bit of interest. You have patina from the plate, you have texture from the sand, you have texture from the Palo Santo. I just love it. I love little things like this. Like, I've been on a kick between that ceramic plate with the sage, this, and the next piece I'm gonna show you. I've been on kind of a kick with like sage and Palo Santo and incense and sand. So let me grab the other piece. Okay, it's this guy right here, which is, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing this, but a Yemeni bowl used for cooking. So I knew it could stand the heat of, like, if I put Palo Santo in this or incense and then that same sand. And I just keep this on my coffee table. It is heavy. She is beefy. I saw a like picture that Amber Interiors posted, and it had like the incense and the Palo Santo in like a big bowl, and a big bowl wouldn't fit on the coffee table that I have in my living room. So this was a way better size. And I love, again, that I'm repurposing something that somebody used probably for years and years and years, and I'm repurposing it for something that fits my needs. And I just think, again, it adds really nice texture with the cement. I really like the interest of these handles. I think this is just an interesting, cool textural piece. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it for what I picked up this week, outside of a couple of gold frames, those ones that I always pick up. I'll pick up a double mat from Hobby Lobby for like $2, and then I'll print out a picture usually of my animals at CVS or Walgreens, and I have those like all over my house. I'm kind of addicted to gold frames. So I picked up a couple of those because I always do. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, another thing, tip is have a list. Like, I have a running list of things that I want. Like, I really want a vintage table lighter to display on one of my coffee tables. I really want a particular snuffer. I've had that on my list for a long time. I want a vintage, like, oval shaped leather belt. So having a list so you don't get fatigued, like, especially if you go to an antique mall, there is so much there. It's really easy to get eye fatigue and then not be able to really like think about anything because you're just tired from like looking at all the things. Having a list really helps with that. And that goes hand in hand with what I was saying about like having a style. Then you always know like what you're looking for when it comes to that. So that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Be on the lookout for shorts. I post shorts all week long of what I thrifted and how I styled it. I hope that's helping you guys get some, you know, like inspiration to get out there and thrift and repurpose and style them in your home. So if there's anything else you guys want to see from me, please let me know down below. I'm always chatting with you guys in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a follow if you're interested in videos like this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.